Hello everyone, Karen Miller here. A lot of people have been asking me in the comments, what is Aquafaba? What is Aquafaba? I cannot even count how many times, countless times. Aquafaba, all it is bean water. It's a Latin word, Aqua Faba. Faba is bean in Latin. So the people who came up with this decided to call it Aquafaba. But all it means is bean water. So if you boil the dry chickpeas, the water from that, you can take it and you whip it up and you get that egg white consistency, whipped up egg whites. Or you buy the can of chickpeas, you drain out the water and you whip that out. And that would give you that egg white consistency. So I have some Aquafaba here, which is the bean water. I'm going to take this bean water and I'm going to whip it up to get that egg white consistency. Half of a cup. And this Aquafaba or bean water is from cooking the beans. This is the water from those beans and it's very thick. So I'm going to turn this on and start whipping it up. So this is your whipped up egg whites. See, it looks like egg whites when you whip it up. I'm going to let this go a little bit longer, but you get the idea. This is all it is. Now this is not as stable as egg whites, so you cannot really use this in a lot of dishes, but it works in some dishes and it lightens up many dishes, as I'm going to do in an omelet that I'm going to do again, omelet 2.0. You see, this is what it looks like. You keep on whipping it and then you get a peak. See? You get a peak just like egg whites. And it gets that really luscious consistency and it gets a white color like egg whites, even though we started out with that kind of creamish beige kind of color bean water. You end up with that white, very white color. So let's do our omelet. So I have a 1/4 cup of garbanzo bean flour here, and I'm going to use some black salt. The black salt would give you that flavor, the eggy flavor. It's a bit lumpy. Let me squeeze the lumps out. And I sifted the garbanzo bean flour because it tends to have some like grainy particles in it. So we want to remove that. Okay. Going to add some water and start mixing this up. We're going to fold in the whipped up Aquafaba. So we fold this in. So this is going to give your omelet a light texture. Okay. I'm also going to add about a teaspoon of oil to this. So you can add some cayenne pepper, some black pepper, you know. You could do whatever you like. You could have some turmeric. You know, this is your batter. So if you want to add some more seasonings to it, you can do that. Or you could just have just salt. That's it. I'm adding some black pepper and some cayenne pepper to this. So I'm going to let this sit here for about 3 to 5 minutes and then go to the stove. So guys, I have some red bell peppers, some green onions and mushrooms going in the back here that I'm going to add to my omelet. So I have this going here in the meantime. I'm getting ready to get my omelet going. So when I come back, we're going to get the omelet on the stove. Let's get some oil on this pan here. This is non-stick, but I'm still going to put a little bit of oil here. Let's add our batter. Gonna spread this out. You see the bubbles are starting to come up. I'm going to add some cheese to this, the vegan cheese that I showed you. We're going to add our veggies. Put some parsley on here. And then we're gonna fold this. And you have your omelet. When you fold in the Aquafaba, it makes it very light. So this is why it's important. If you're gonna do a vegan omelet, you need two things. You need, because again, you're trying to do something like with the egg consistency. So eggs are soft. So in order to do this, you have to do the Aquafaba. You have to fold it in, and you have to do the black salt, because the black salt makes it have the flavor of eggs. So this is what you do to get a vegan omelet. This is so soft and tender, guys. So let me plate this and show you what it looks like, and maybe I have a little taste. So guys, here is the omelet, and I have some tomatoes here, some sliced tomatoes, some cucumbers. I'm gonna add some more parsley on this to give it a little bit of color. So again, in order to get that consistency, and it's a bit crispy because garbanzo bean flour tend to crisp up and give you a nice crispiness. But in order to have that egg substitute, that consistency, you have to do the Aquafaba, whip it up so that it gets that egg white consistency. You have to have the black salt, which has an eggy flavor. And you do your omelet, and this is delicious. The cheese has started to melt. So do this recipe, guys. You're gonna enjoy it. Take care.